Creepshow episode 5 just dropped and I got to check it out. And there's only one episode left in this series for this season. And honestly, I'm pretty glad because this show is starting to go into its deep decline. Now, of course, this is my opinion. And that's why I have a channel, so I can voice that opinion. And if you agree with it, cool. If you don't, that's all right. But this episode was the worst of the bunch for me, personally. I had started with taking notes on the first episode, and I was like, really? The monkey's paw? This old story that's been done to death? People talk about movies being remade, and they're like, oh my god, Hollywood's running out of ideas. When they remake a movie once, they've remade this story in different television series and whatnot about 100 times. I mean, how many times can, and in book adaptations, like kids' stories and stuff, how many times are we going to do the monkey paw? Like, here's what I personally think is the biggest mistake that the Creepshow series made. And please correct me if I'm wrong, actually, because I'm going to say something before my thoughts on where their mistake was. But somebody told me that this is actually still owned by the people who made the dreadful Creepshow 3, and they actually had an involvement in this. If that's true, wow. And that doesn't surprise me with how lame this episode was and how lame some of this show really is. Is there stuff in here that's good? Sure. Is there anything in this season that's been great? No. Not in my opinion. Everything has been good or not good. Like, that's about as far as it goes up. And that's a shame. But okay, anyway, the problem I'm having, and I think the biggest mistake they made, was making every episode have 2 segments. It gives no time to flesh anything out. Everything feels rushed. The stories are just so fast that I don't feel like I've experienced anything. There's no unique ideas being thrown at the screen because they wouldn't have enough time to do them. So they're like 12, 20-minute episodes, and each episode is... even episodes where they come up with a unique idea, like the second segment in this, where they're... And oh my god, did the second segment not show you how limited the budget of this show is? Like, we saw an underground basement, and then we saw a baseball diamond with some heads poked through, and then everything else they go to show us is an animation. The zombie apocalypse, everything out there is all animation. And I'm fine, you know, I get it. They don't have a budget, this is that. But I was just like, wow. This show has consistently shown me how little budget it had, but in that one, it was like glaring. And I was like, oh, wow, this is really holding this show back. But that being said, drop the monkey paw thing, expand this thing to 45 minutes, give the budget of the monkey paw to this episode, write a little more to it to flesh it out so we can actually see the rise and fall of this mayor. This feels like the tail end. This feels like the last 10, 15 minutes of a movie. I know the segment's like 20 minutes, but this feels like not even the last act, but like half of the last act of a movie with no real context, and someone's just trying to give... It's like, imagine if you arrived at a movie super late, and whilst in the theater, you were watching the last 10 or 15 minutes, and somebody like leaned over in your ear and was trying to be really quiet and like quick about it so that they wouldn't piss anyone else off there in the theater, and they were trying to just give you the quick gist. Like, all right, so this guy and this girl were, this and that, undone. Yeah, you got it, okay. And you'd be like, what? That's how I felt during the fucking last segment of this. The second segment of this, I was just like, okay, I mean, I can see the concept behind it, and I think it could have been interesting had they actually fleshed some of this out, and I would have even known who this character was, and all... I mean, you have, what, 9 characters in here that act as like freaking bowling pins for these zombies to come eat, and when they're eating their face and he pulls that guy's face away and he screams and this and that, it looks cool. It's fine. I mean, we got David Arquette in here, we got Bruce Davidson in the last one, so it's cool to see these people, but to have it so short-lived like that, to experience like 9 people that are guilty of these treasonous, treacherous acts. We find out about them seconds before they die, and we didn't even know the characters before that. Like, hey, here's a character, here's their crimes, now they're dead. Oh, okay, who? Wait, what? Go back? Why do I care? Who are these people? And who did they betray? So, oh, they betrayed a cop. Okay, I don't know that cop, so what do I care? I mean, yes, I get he's a human, so I should care, and I do, technically, but I don't when it comes to a show. So what the fuck do I care about some mayor that he, betrayed? Who cares? That's what I'm saying, but with an extra 20 minutes, imagine giving them an extra 20 minutes to flesh that out. For the zombie apocalypse to break out or whatever, and this guy comes in and he's like, hey, listen to me, this is what's gonna happen, but he's like hamstringing everybody and he's getting a few people on his side to like strong arm his agenda, and then he betrays these people, and then at the end of the episode they could have, I just feel like there was really bad time management in this one. I would love to know how long this segment was. I wasn't checking the timestamps to see, but it felt like 10 minutes. I know it's a 40-something, 45-minute episode, and maybe the monkey's paw thing was like 30, because seriously, the last one felt like 10 minutes. It was introduced, like it opened up, guys are in jail, they're screaming out, rah, 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 rah. Then they pop them up in the chairs, then they go through the animation of what their crimes are, and then they're eaten. End. It's so fast, I couldn't believe it. And I was just like, wow, I don't care. I don't care at all. And the monkey's paw thing, it's so overdone, and we find out about his wife's story. So this chick crashes to then be found by him to bring her into his house so that she can kill him because suicide's too much of a sin for him to do. So he tells the story of her and how she used a couple frivolous wishes, which is exactly what the killer chick does, who isn't actually a killer, who only killed her husband because he was in agony. But she comes in and he's sitting there, and then the thing makes it look like he's on fire, so she's very sympathetic for people. That's why she'll kill him if they're in agony. She'll do it, so the thing made her seem like he was in agony, but then as soon as she shot him, it went down. It's just, all of this stuff is not really all that unique, interesting. I liked the idea of him wishing for his wife back, and then her being trapped in one of his guaranteed coffins that nothing could get in there. I thought that was a cool idea. I mean, that's really all I can say about that episode. That I thought was interesting or cool. Nothing worked for me in this episode. Nothing. Like, I don't know what to say. I took notes and I didn't even bring them down because I didn't write anything down for the second segment. I sat there the whole time going, huh? But what? Okay. Wait, what? All right. Okay. And then it was over and I was like, that's it? I didn't even write anything down. I got nothing because there was nothing. What? And this, I've been talking about in the other episodes how the creeper, or the creep, whatever you want to call him, how the creeper, I guess, would be from Jeepers Creepers. This is the creep. How he does nothing in these episodes. And I had said maybe in episode 3, like, oh my God, he made a pumpkin with teeth, like human teeth and eyeballs in it. Maybe he's going to actually have some gags now and be implemented more. Oh God. This one, he does the least of all. We don't even see the live action creep in this at all. It's just a quick animated one for about 2 seconds. He laughs, because that's his signature thing. All he does is do the exact same laugh once. And it's not even like a cool laugh. It's not even like the Crypt Keeper's laugh or anything. It's just this kind of generic, stock fucking laugh. And then boom, it's right into the segment. Man, this is a lazy, sloppy ass episode. And I mean, I hope they finish strong with the next one, but I do not have a lot of hope. So let me know what you guys thought about this. I've been a downer lately, man. That's not my style. I don't shit on things and I don't harp on things, and I usually am like Mr. Positivity and trying to find things to like, but man, I've watched some things I really just haven't cared for. So I can't help but speak my mind on that. Anyways, I am off to go see The Lighthouse. I really hope I come back with a positive review on that one.